Okay, class, I'm going to show you what I want you to do for your next assignment. We are not writing our expository essay yet, but we are getting ready. We're getting the information that we need so we can write it next week. So as I said before, your expository essay will be about something nonfiction, an animal, a person, a place, an event. The only thing that I would tell you to be careful about is I know sometimes I've had kids that want to write about like a YouTuber, but YouTubers, you can't always find 3 websites of information, and that's a requirement for this essay, is that you find 3 websites. So I'm going to show you what I want to do. So let's say I'm going to write my essay about penguins. I'm going to go to Google. So the first thing you need to do is go to Google and then type in your topic. So I'm going to type in penguins and I'm going to write the animal, because if I don't, the Pittsburgh Penguins hockey team comes up. Okay, so when I've typed in penguins the animal, you can see I've got a whole list of websites here. So I'm going to click on the first one. Okay, and as I scroll down through, it definitely looks like there are things that I can use. So it talks about life on land, there are threats to them. If we scroll back up too, it talks about like what they look like, their web feet, how many different species there are. So this is probably something I can use. So what you need to do is you need to save your links of your websites. This is very important for citing your source. So what you're going to do is go up to the top and click on highlight your website. If you don't know how to highlight it, let me know. And then you're going to copy it. So you can right click, copy, or you can hit Control V, not P, but V. I'm sorry, scratch that, that's for printing. Control C. So you can either right click, copy, or hit Control and C. And then you need to open up a new Google Doc. So here's my new Google Doc, and I'm going to write website number 1. And then I'm going to paste, so right click, paste the link. So there it is. That way, when I'm going to cite my sources, or if I need to visit this website again, you do not have to search for it. Okay, you can go to your Google Doc, which I'm going to name up here, Penguin Websites. You can name it whatever you want, just know that it's your website. And I'm holding the phone with one hand, so that's why I'm not capitalizing my letters up there. So that way you have your website set, okay? Then you're going to find a second website. So I'm gonna go back. Try to avoid Wikipedia if you can, because Wikipedia is not always a reliable source. So this Britannica is an encyclopedia, so that seems pretty reliable. So I'm gonna click on that, okay? And this one also seems useful, okay? Talks about what they look like, the different types, their history. So it looks like definitely some facts in there that I can use. So I'm going to also copy. I'm going to go up and click and then highlight, and then right click, copy, go to my websites document in Google Docs. I'm going to write website number 2, and I'm going to paste that link so that I can find it later. Okay, and then you're going to do the same thing with website 3. And hey, if you find 4 websites, that's fine too, but you need to have at least 3. So I'm gonna go for website number 3. Maybe. There we go. And fun facts about penguins, that sounds like a good one. So I'm gonna click on that one. And okay, so they just listed a bunch of facts. So I'm going to highlight that one, copy it, and whoops, wrong document, too many documents open, paste it. Okay, so now I have my 3 websites. I would like you to send that to me once you get it done, just so I know that you did it correctly. Okay, and then after you have your 3 websites, the next thing you're gonna do is you're going to outline your essay. So here's how this works. I'm going to share with everybody this expository essay outline. And what you're going to do is you're setting it up for your essay. So you're going to start with your topic and you're going to write that in. So mine would be penguins. Okay. And then you're going to think about your different headings. What do you want each section to be? So for mine, and actually I'm going to cheat and go backwards because I actually made an outline and then typed an essay. Here's my essay about penguins. So you can see that my first section was types of penguins. So when I made my outline, it would have looked, whoops, it would have looked like this. Types, I'm actually just gonna put the caps lock on. Types of penguins, okay? And then for my 3 facts, I would go to my websites and you would find facts about different types. So, penguin websites, I'm gonna go back and look at the first one, okay? So I might start, when we're talking about types, and say that there are 18 different kinds. So I would say there are 18 kinds. And then, because that was off my first website, you need to keep track of your sources. I would just write, I'm gonna write W1 for website 1, so I know where I got that fact, okay? I might say for the types, I might say the emperor penguin is the tallest, okay? And then I got that from website number 3. So we would write emperor largest, and notice I'm just keeping it like a outline. I'm not writing my paragraphs on here. And that's from website number 3, okay? What I can find about the species from 2. You do not have to use all 3 sources for each section. You just have to use each of them at least once. So, species, types of penguins. So I could even say, when we're talking about types of penguins, we could say that the Galapagos penguin lives at the equator, because that would be talking about the different types of penguins. Okay. Hope I spelled Galapagos right. They live at the equator, and I actually got that from my website number 2, so I'll put W2 beside it. Okay, so that would be things that we're going to turn into sentences and paragraphs later. And you can put more facts if you want, but you have to have at least 3. Then I'm going to think about what my second heading is going to be. Okay, so I'm actually going to cheat and look at my finished essay and see. My second section was characteristics. Okay, so I would write characteristics, and then instead of listing them all here and going through all that again, if we go to my essay, you can actually see what I had listed as their characteristics. So that their coloring is a form of camouflage, and this one means I got it from my first website, okay? The white belly helps the penguin blend in with the scenery. 2, they sneeze to release the salt water from their glands. That came from my second website. So I would list those facts on my outline here, okay? And then, of course, for your third heading, I put habitat, and I talked about where they live. So my 3 facts were that they don't just live where it's cold, but they live in warm places too, like Chile, South Africa, Peru, New Zealand. That emperor penguins live in the coldest areas, and they have a high feather density to stay warm. And I got all of those facts from the same source, 3, which is why I put it at the end. Okay, now and then you can see, this is why you need to save your websites. At the end of your essay, you're going to have to put what your links are, okay, so that I know where you got your information. I am going to send you this sample essay so that you can see it. Some other ideas for headings, if you're doing a person, is you can do like early life or childhood. You could do adult life, and then you could do accomplishments, and then list, you know, characteristics or facts from their childhood, like when they were born, where they grew up, facts about their adult life, and then accomplishments that they made. So that's pretty much the gist of it. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to help you. That's pretty much what I want you to do. So pick a topic, anything at all, person, place, animal, event think of 3 different headings, 3 things you could tell me about them, and then find the facts. So try to keep your headings more general so that you can find facts to fit underneath them. If you need help, let me know.